What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be a pretty interesting one because we are going to go ahead and discuss a little interview that Dexerto had with an Infinity Ward developer on an interesting topic, something that I have been pretty passionate about for a long time now. I actually discussed it when it first became a leak before the game even came out, and I was really ready for it and hyped. And it just seemed to never hit the game. And now I know exactly why. And trust me, I got a lot to go ahead and say about it. But of course, before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you do enjoy the commentary today, you enjoy FPS content, COD, Battlefield, X-Defiant, other FPS games out there, then by all means, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification button. We are on the grind to 50,000 subscribers, and every last bit of your help means the world to me. And also, we will be going ahead and streaming again probably today over on Twitch. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that stream out, the link to all of my socials, including actually my Twitter account, is down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if there was a couple of things that could prevent a game from just absolutely dying out, it would probably be, adding in mod tools and at the same time adding in a map editor. These things are so crucial to the success of some of these games, and you would be surprised how much life it will bring to a franchise. And Call of Duty, a while ago, was leaked to have a map editor coming into the game. And this is something that would have revolutionized Call of Duty, current date, of course, because, Black Ops 3, it does have mods, and you can get into some modded zombies and stuff like that. Back in the day, COD 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, you had a server browser so people could make their own custom servers. You could download mods and play, cool things, But again, it was always PC exclusive, so on and so forth. So fast forward to current date, COD doesn't really have anything like that, and it never really has for console ever. But there have been other projects like, Halo, for example, which has Forge, which helps the game tremendously in so many ways, And honestly, it's so popular amongst the Halo community that when it didn't launch with Halo Infinite, it was just absolute outrage. And I'm still shocked they didn't launch the game with it, and it took so long for them to add it into the game alone. But according to this new, like I said, Infinity Ward developer interview, it will explain, one, why it might have took so long for, Halo Infinite to go ahead and get a Forge mode into their game. And obviously, it's going to showcase why Call of Duty in general doesn't have one at all. And those leaks we heard earlier before the game even launched, sadly, won't be becoming true. Now, as you can see right here, Charlie Intel went ahead and posted this up. I think Dexerto went ahead and posted it as well, but I found it from Charlie Intel, saying Infinity Ward devs recently stated in an interview with us at Dexerto that they would love to have a map editor in Call of Duty, but haven't gotten around to the complexities of it yet. The developer went ahead and said it would take a whole team to constantly keep it up to date and break it off so it stays secure. It's something we would love to do. It's just the complexity of our game and the creation of our game. The fact it's, photorealistic, it's not something we've been able to do. Balancing that with working on Warzone, working on Modern Warfare, all the in-between, so we don't have any info on that. Boy, like I said, I have a lot to say. But first and foremost, I want to say, this is probably why it took some time for Halo Infinite to get, into shape here. I don't know the state of Halo Infinite, but I know that behind the scenes, it might have been a bit rough. The developers might have been a bit crunched. So, obviously, as we just learned, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time to be able to put together a Forge mode and make sure that it stays solid, stays connected, and, is actually, full-fledged out and good, especially if it's going to be a team that never did it before. Halo, again, I'm still a little shocked because they haven't in all of the other games. You would think it'll just be something like, to slip into this one. But Call of Duty, they've never done it before. So this is completely new to them, and it's something that they had to learn, which is partially understandable. But my goodness, you're telling me that throughout all those developers, you can't, fathom to put together a team to go ahead and make this a reality? Do you know how much this would help the multiplayer side of things when these games launch with absolutely no content and we're dying? And for the people who absolutely hate the maps anyways, they'll have someplace else to go so they can enjoy the game. Do you know how good that will be for your overall outcome? How much more money, how much more sales, how many more happy faces will be in your games? And you're telling me you can't put a team together for this with all those developers? I understand they're spread across the board, but my goodness, the amount of money that you guys make, I guess we should be talking specifically to Activision, the amount of money you guys make off of your yearly sales is insane. absolutely absurd. And it absolutely blows my mind that they aren't willing to sink a single penny into putting together a team to, allowing us to get a map editor in Call of Duty, some type of forge. I just simply can't believe it. And I understand that their games are photorealistic and, it might be hard to port some of those objects over to allow us to use them freely. But I mean, my goodness, I don't think the community would really care. You can use past assets from previous games and they'll probably be just as happy to use all of those. You don't even have to give us any of the assets in Modern Warfare, 2, Modern Warfare 2022. You don't have to. We're perfectly fine. I don't see that as an obstacle for us whatsoever, besides just getting a team together to actually focus and learn and try to figure it out and make it become a reality. I understand it's going to take some time. It's not going to be something you just do overnight, but it's never going to happen if you don't put your foot through the door and actually get people there working on it, trying to understand it, getting it perfected. And they don't have anybody on it. To me, from what I see here, it's not even a bother. It's not even a thing in their world because they're too busy trying to balance out everything else to make things work for Warzone, Modern Warfare, and all. And that's literally what they said. Literally what they said. Balancing that with working on Warzone, working on Modern Warfare, all the in between. Like, it's crazy that they don't even say multiplayer, right? It's crazy that they don't even state multiplayer. It just shows the priorities behind the scenes. Again, no hate on the specific dev here in this situation at all. It just, like I said, it shows the overall push. Whoever the head developers are or management, Activision, I don't care who it is that's making the decisions. It's just proving what they are focusing on. Warzone. Something that could be added into the game that would benefit the multiplayer side of the community. The people who want to play 6v6, the people who have been playing COD since day one, to benefit those individuals, the thing that would help them, they don't want to do. It's too much work, too much effort. Yet and still, they are happily investing so much money into Warzone. They got multiple different teams, huge teams specifically making sure that becomes a reality. Like, honestly, I really think that if they put just as much effort into making their own personal little, like Forge mode or something like a Little Big Plan is actually a good example, way back in the day. It was something that you can make stuff, you can create stuff, and then you can share it with the world. Other people can play it. You can have it in open lobbies. You can find people to play it with, stuff like that. If Call of Duty could have its own little, universe, like how Warzone is its own little universe, and make it so, it's actually a public thing. People can get, have their stuff advertised on there, like their maps, and, run contests and tournaments to make the best stuff, and just have it so it's open so we can all just cycle through it, play it, enjoy it, create stuff. If you put a team together, I guarantee that mode would probably do just as good, if not better, than Warzone. That stuff is so underrated, especially, for a game like Call of Duty, and it would just help enhance on the overall experience. And like I said, it would be focused on the 6v6 side of things because it would allow the core fans to be able to change things and, work things around to their fitting, what makes them happy within the game. But also, you want to know why I think that's not going to happen too? Because of skill-based matchmaking as well. If they had to do that, it would have to be some type of server browser. So you can find stuff, and people have to host servers sometimes so you can have full-time lobbies, and they'll have to work out XP so you can actually earn XP, do your challenges. Like, it's a legit game, you know what I'm saying? They would have to find a way to iron it out in that way, shape, or form so they can have content. Or, it doesn't even have to be like that as well. They can do how Halo does it and have like an actual playlist where they have featured maps from their little Forge playlist that you can play and actually get XP in the official bracket playlist, their actual servers. So, they could do that, but at the end of the day, they're going to need some type of server browser. And a server browser means no skill-based matchmaking, which means they can't dictate and force lobbies on their overall community. I guarantee that's going to be a major setback as well when it comes to adding in a mode like this. But again, like I said, it just shows the priorities of the overall scene there at Call of Duty. Whether it's Activision, Infinity Ward, it doesn't matter who they are. It just shows what the focus is all on right now. It might take a lot of work. It's going to take a separate team. But the amount of money that this, game makes for Activision, you would think that they would be willing to branch something out to help 6v6 thrive. but they simply will not, and they will gladly prioritize other modes, other things in the Call of Duty universe before making sure the core community is happy. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with us to do so, I have a Twitter and Discord. Both those links down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. That's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.